In this video, we're going to walk through problem 5-2. We're going to calculate forward cross rates. We're told that using the American term quotes from Exhibit 5-7 in the textbook, we're asked to calculate 1, 3, and 6-month forward cross exchange rates between the Australian dollar and the Swiss franc. We're asked to state the forward cross rate in Australian terms, that is, Australian dollars per Swiss franc. Recall, we can either buy foreign currencies today in the spot market, or we can enter into agreements to purchase foreign currency in the forward market. Let's go ahead and take a look at the indirect and direct exchange rates for the US dollar and the Swiss franc. We're told that 1 month from now, we can purchase, $1 will purchase 0.9953 Swiss francs. 3 months from now, it will only purchase 0.9897 Swiss francs. And 6 months from now, $1 will only purchase 0.9811 Swiss francs. So we can see that the US dollar is getting weaker relative to the Swiss franc. We would observe the same thing if we looked at the direct exchange rates. Right now, 1 Swiss franc would purchase $1.0047. 6 months from now, it will purchase 1.0193 US dollars. Let's begin solving this problem by picking up the Australian dollar direct and indirect forward rates from Exhibit 5-7. The indirect exchange rates, forward rates, are 1.4051 Australian dollars per US dollar in 1 month, 1.4035 in 3 months, 1.4008 in 6 months. As with the Swiss franc, we can see the US dollar is getting weaker relative to the Australian dollar. We will be able to purchase fewer Australian dollars in 6 months than we can in 1 month. And of course, we will see the same thing if we look at our direct quotes. Today, we can purchase, or 1 Australian dollar will purchase 0.7117 US dollars, and in 6 months from now, rather that's 1 month from now, 0.7117. 6 months from now, it'll be 0.7139. It will purchase more US dollars. So again, the Australian dollar is getting stronger. Let's go ahead and calculate our cross rates. We can calculate our cross rates either using indirect quotes or direct quotes. Let's begin with our indirect quotes. 1 month from now, we expect $1 to be able to purchase 1.405 Australian dollars. So again, $1 will purchase 1.4051 Australian dollars. $1 will purchase 0.9953 Swiss francs. To get our cross rate, we simply take the Australian dollar rate, indirect rate, divided by the Swiss franc indirect rate. And again, we can always put that over 1. So this is saying 1.4117 Australian dollars per Swiss franc. If we were to instead choose to work with direct rates, we can either convert our initial direct rates into indirect rates, that is, take the inverse up front, or we can take the inverse when we do our calculation. That's the way we'll do it. Let's go ahead and pick up our 1 month forward rate for the Australian dollar relative to the US dollar. That's 0.7117. The direct rate for this Swiss franc is 0.10047. And again, using our direct rates, we can see that the Australian dollar is in the denominator, and we want it to be in the numerator in our final calculation. So we need to take the Swiss franc rate and divide it by the Australian dollar rate. And we get the exact same exchange rate we had up top, 1.4117 Australian dollars per Swiss franc. Again, 1.4117 Australian dollars per Swiss franc.